How's it going, everybody? It is that time once again. Upside down, that's right. I figured, I don't know, we'll twist things up a little bit. Shake it up on this Wednesday. Ah, man. Yeah, I had no idea how that was gonna look, because I couldn't see the screen at all. I'm like, well, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, if you hadn't noticed, I'm starting to decorate for Halloween a little bit. Got some orange and some purple, and I think those are Halloween colors. That's what my wife says. So yeah. Anyway, this is the Wednesday live stream thumbnail review, and we do a lot of other things too. And apparently, we're gonna do some more stuff as well. We're gonna involve some channel audits eventually, and yeah, we're changing things up a bit. So if you haven't been to a thumbnail review before, this is how it goes. Okay. So let me just show you. In the description, there are two links. One is to a gaming channel, and one is to a non-gaming channel. And basically, all you got to do is submit your video link of the thumbnail you want me to take a look at. And we will use this nifty little random number picker here, and it'll just pick a random person, whoever submits. So yeah, we had to separate the non-gaming and the gaming because we got way too many gaming and way too many 3 specific games. And so yeah, we separate them to kind of keep things fair and make sure that everybody gets value. And yeah, on top of that, every now and then I'll have an idea that I want to share, and I'll just whip it up in Photoshop. It's not a tutorial. It's usually pretty terrible looking or ridiculous looking. And yeah, it doesn't mean you have to use Photoshop. All that stuff, all the stuff that I do can be done in every single program, as I say, every stream. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to start with I'm going to start with some thumbnail reviews, and then we're going to get into the Arrow Lord stuff. And if you're not familiar with the Arrow Lord, let me just, I guess I could just bring it up on Photoshop. So the Arrow Lord is a contest that we've been doing. And basically, I guess there's this running joke that I like arrows. I'm stalling until it opens up. There. So I like arrows. I have a whole folder full of arrows, and it's ridiculous. And once the chat saw that, it became an ongoing meme that I am the Arrow Lord. So I gave a bunch of PNGs of me to the community, and they decided to make a little contest out of it. So we're gonna go over those submissions a little bit later, and I'm gonna pick who the winner is. Actually, I'm gonna pick the top 3, and then you're gonna pick the winner. All right. And it doesn't mean the best it's just like I'm gonna judge on the most funny probably, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Anyway, let's roll to these channel audits. I actually selected a channel first, just to get things going, and it is called Stuff by Neil Smith. And this is the channel, but this is the thumbnail that he submitted. And I thought it was really, really good. Like, I like the thumbnail itself. I would probably crop in a little bit on the image itself. Let me show you what I mean. Not like that. I would probably, I guess we could go to like the rule of thirds here. I would put it on the left third, and then as you get closer, you probably don't need like this text to take up that much area. I would probably change the font itself, actually. I would play around with the font, and you might not even need to do the box behind it if you do it right. But I would probably, yeah, crop it in like that. That way you got on the left third, you've got your image, and on the right, there's like a lot of negative space on the fence, which was like a really good call. I love that image, and yeah, if you take more photos like this, I could see these doing really well. But anyway, the idea, very cheap, very easy. You got the idea across. I got no problems with that. The actual name of the video, raised flower bed for less than 20 pounds. I think, I don't know what this is. What is this? Somebody tell me. What is this, this currency? Is that pounds? Is it good boy points? Yeah, so, it's pounds. Okay, cool, it's pounds. Yeah, so anyway, I guess the packaging in general is fine to me. I would imagine that this would probably do really, really well if people could see it just a little more clearly. So this tree thing in the raised flower bed, it didn't stick out so much to me when I'm zoomed this far out, but because I'm not sure exactly what the focus is. But when you really, really crop it in, and of course you could highlight it a little bit if you wanted to. You could blur the background. I wouldn't. I would just like maybe play with the color, but yeah, that would be that'd be where I go. But anyway, this led me to wanting to check out this guy's channel, and there were a couple things that I noticed in this. I sorted by popular, and this image right here, I would say, is the most popular because it's the best image. I love this image itself. It looks like super professional, and yeah, I guess my favorite hand tools, one may be controversial, so that there's your curiosity hook right there. So outside of that, it's a good picture, but I just want to say that this top 5 yellow, it doesn't pop away from the picture. Also, if you just look at the thumbnail itself, top 5 what, there might be a way to get that across better. But just focusing on the font and the color itself, I don't know why it downloads sometimes. Yellow on yellow doesn't contrast a whole lot. I would probably change up the font if you went with white with a small drop shadow. I think that would pop way better than this yellow with this empty negative space in the middle. So if you're picking fonts, this one is okay, but if I were you, I would pick something like Helvetica, Verdana, Gotham, Arial, anything that's like bold. I've been using Enter a lot, but bold font, bold fold, bold fold. My brain just stopped right there for a second. So yeah, here is like Gotham bold. This is just like the perfect idea of what I would use. Yeah, and if you want to add an arrow, of course, you could just add a giant one in the back. Yeah, I don't know. I saw that comment. Yeah, so I would probably pick something like that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Now we're going to go to gaming channel, because that one isn't gaming, but hopefully that helps you. Stuff by Neil Smith. I love this thumbnail. I really do. I think it shows promise. Okay, so gaming thumbnails. What we're going to do is we're just going to click random number, and it is 56. Number 56 out of 57. Wow. Flute. Floot. Alright, so we've got some thumbnail changes here. Alright. So, this right here, I'm unsure what it is that I'm looking at, I guess. Yeah, no problem. Stuff by Neil Smith. By the way, you entered your Discord name, and I was going to let you know that I picked you, but Stuff by Neil Smith wasn't in our Discord, so yeah. If you would, join our Discord and hit us up. Yeah, so this right here, like, when I look close enough, I see a bunch of weapons. There's like some arrows, and there's this bow. I think that's a bow. There's a sword that looks like a trident. I'm not exactly sure what all this stuff is, like, when I first see it, because nothing actually pops out from each other. Sword's too blurry to... Yeah, that's what I was... You know, and it might not even be that they are a little blurry, but that might not be the problem. They might just not pop out from anything. Is the designed around Minecraft PV? Yeah, I can tell that. It's obvious, but the weapons there, you've got like a collage of them here that are just all blended together. And so, yeah, when you look up close, like I just saw somebody say, when you look up close, it's like, okay, this is really cool when you start to break it apart, but none of the things pop out from each other, so it just kind of looks like it's busy. That's really the word. Really, really busy. So, if you could simplify things. Now, aesthetically, I see what you were going for. This is a really, really cool idea. You've got a character, and then you've got all of these dangerous things pointing at the character. And it's a really cool idea. But cool ideas they don't work to people that just see your thumbnail for 2 seconds and then scroll right by. And when I first started, that was one thing that I had to learn, is like, it's clarity over aesthetic, and I hate it. Because I always want to make these like beautiful, awesome things, and it's not what works for people. So yeah, this is a really cool idea, but I would try to simplify things just a little bit. And a lot of what works is the POV shot, so what you're holding. But if I'm sorry, I'm trying to like find what is going on in this game, but everything I click is like a meme or something. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to find like an action shot or something that might provide a little more clarity into what was going on. So yeah, say you've got a situation, right? Like you're dealing with two guys wearing diamond whatever. I don't play Minecraft, but I know from everybody else that talks about it. Like the I suck thing, it's okay. But maybe there's something more that you can say that builds up curiosity. Hour 2. You know, it's funny when you increase the saturation on this one. I can't see things as well. It's like the lower saturation, or the lower saturation worked a little bit better, but it's still really, really messy. If you could simplify things, that's what I would do. A lot of people recognize this view right here, and that might be something to work out. 3 days learning PvP, I suck at it. Okay, so show a situation where it's like, oh, I suck at this, I guess. This one that you made is just very, very busy. Hopefully you can find some inspiration in other PvP, like Minecraft PvP. Yeah, so when I look at this, I see 2 players, and like I mastered it in 1 week. And it's just like, it's so simple, right? You see 2 players, you see what's going on. Day 7, I don't really know the story behind there, but it's just it's just really simple and easy to understand. Just the red crossbow would be really good. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, it would be less to focus on. That's for sure. So it's like you see a character, you see that they're about to die, you see the word I suck, and yeah, that would make sense to me. Yeah, for real. That would actually be much better because it would be easier to understand. All these other things around, though, it's tough, especially because there's not like a solid background to what they're going through. But yeah, then you've got Dream, Dead Guy. I guess that's pretty simple to understand. It's still kind of a little messy. That one's really clean and easy. So hopefully this helps a little bit. I was trying to look for more that kind of fit your thing. I mastered Minecraft in PvP in X amount of days. Okay, yeah, so hopefully that helps a little bit. There's a lot to take in there. We're moving to non-gaming. Moving to non-gaming. Either way, you got the vision. You got the vision, that's for sure. All right, non-gaming. We're going to number 33. Bump, dump, bump, dump, bump. Yeah, simplifying thumbnails. It is such a pain. I still have major problems with it, and it's only until I take a step back, and usually I'll knock out a thumbnail like the idea, I'll knock it out within the first hour, right? And then I spend the 3 consecutive hours ruining it because I am just like, I'm thinking too much. I'm trying this thing, I'm trying that thing, I'm trying to see if a drop shadow works here. And I swear the thumbnails that I've made in like 20-30 minutes, those are the ones that perform. It's so crazy. And I started noticing it when I would make one and then I'd leave and I'd come back to it the next day and I'm like, oh my god, what is this mess that I've made? And just coming into it with like a viewer perspective, that is like, it's the best tool you can have. All right, Ashley Hale UK, let's check out what you got. But the HGV driver job, we knew what that meant last time, right? So somebody pointed it out to me. Have we? Was it heavy something? I swear we've seen this channel before. Yeah, there it is. I recovered my first truck ever. Yeah, okay. So, all right, HGV driver job. What you need to know. All right, so this is kind of a similar problem in my opinion. It looks like there's a focus on aesthetic, and it kind of loses the clarity just a little bit. AI. I don't think. Well, maybe this truck is AI. This text is almost. I don't know. Some of it might be AI, but the background is way too low res to be AI. So you've got a 20-pound note, and you've got these things. Man, you know, I make it more about the job. I would say, like, if somebody wants this job, what you need to know, this money thing, I don't think that that's a good selling point, right? I think that maybe an interesting thing about the inside of the truck, or like your hardest, like what? Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna talk about the whole Amazon driver issue, but yeah, you know what? I will. So if you have a bottle in there, and you have an arrow pointing to it, and you say you don't want to know what this is, or something like that. That's kind of one of those things. Like, they might need to know that. They might have to do that. I don't know. Sorry if that's being cryptic, but I'm not going to go heavy goods vehicle. So yeah, I would kind of focus on more about the points of value that you're making. This money doesn't buy happiness. It's more of a vague, like, perspective, and it doesn't have much to do with the job itself, I would say. So if you could focus more on the job, I would. Yeah, especially if you talk about like tips and tricks and stuff in this. If it's more about perspective, then maybe you need to reconsider the packaging itself. Maybe it's not about the job. Maybe it's about your experience instead. I hope that helps. I think that it would be a good thumbnail if this video was about the money that the job pays. Yeah, so if you had a check in your hand or something and you were showing it to the camera, then that would be more about the job, I would say. If you wanted to go the money route, then I would do that. It's more about, this is my experience, this is this tangible thing that I have. This is what I got from this job. Now let me tell you about it. But this thumbnail itself is more like, I don't know. It's just not. It's not very specific to your experience. I think it's more of like, I don't know. Hopefully that helps though, because like this last one that you did, that's awesome. That is just like, here's the value I'm offering. It's like in your face, and I don't know. You just kind of went off the rails with this one, I think. All right. Let's move back on to the gaming. By the way, this one, the HGV driver POV, why wouldn't you show the POV in the thumbnail? Like, why wouldn't you get like the best shot or something in that video and make that? Because that's what you're offering. This cheapens what you're offering in that video. This idea, it cheapens it. And that's exactly what you did here. Okay. But I think that this part is almost hard to understand in your thumbnail. And also, you cropped in too far on this image. You're like too far. Yeah, if here. I just want to try something real quick. Excuse me, but bold font. That's really cool that you have a sticker inside your cab. That's like your brand with the YouTube logo. I mean, dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to clear this image up, and so I'm gonna AI fill that little block, and then just to kind of give you the idea, this is probably what I would do. Okay, that one's fine. This is kind of what I would do, and I would sharpen it for sure, but then I would like brighten it, add a little bit of contrast, maybe some saturation. And the thing is, like, this probably isn't the best picture that you've got, so yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, that's sort of what I would do instead, and I think it's more powerful when you show the side of your face too, just a little bit. So if you kind of brought over the angle and filled that side in with your face, and like, because when you edit it, you have the second square and you put it in the video, but you should have the first one just by itself. I would get your best picture from that and kind of see how that plays out, and I wouldn't complicate it. I wouldn't add more stuff to it. It's like, here's the POV I'm offering, and dude, I would, like, this one's 43 minutes. If you did like a 3-hour drive, I seriously think that would do super well. People just put that on, and it's going on in the background, and they do whatever they want to do. They work on stuff, make thumbnails, whatever. That's what I do. I'll just put stuff on and let it roll. So I really think that would help you. Anyway, let's move back to gaming. Sorry, I went on a tangent on that one, but I really do love that channel. Okie doke. We are 3-hour drive with lo-fi. I don't even know if lo-fi would help it, because it's like when people want to be in the POV of the driver, do you think they want to hear anything else? Like, they can put on their own lo-fi. I just slap guard. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you get the idea. All right, I think that was 41. Fiery Zane Studios. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, my face is frozen. What's up with that? My face is frozen. Guys. Guys. Okay, anyway. So, this one is, I made Minecraft. I made a new Minecraft hardcore world. That's what it's called. Alright, so... yeah, I made a new Minecraft hardcore world. I think that, like, is it just like an update? Like, this is kind of what I'm doing in Minecraft, and I made this. All right, so if that's the case, sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding what the value is on this one. If it's just like, this is what I'm up to in Minecraft, then the life is short thing, I don't know what it means. And I would try to do something that makes a little more sense to the value that you're offering in the video. First consider, what am I doing in this video that will make people want to watch it? And if it's just you playing Minecraft, then that's okay. But I would focus on something that happened in that Let's Play instead of like this life is short thing it's vague. It's hard. Existential crisis of a Minecraft player. Yeah, it's very difficult to understand what you're going for. It's deep, I guess. But yeah, if something happens that's like really funny in your image or in your video, like I don't know if that's a cow or something, but if you hit a cow with a grenade, or I don't know how the game is, but like making it about something that you did in the video, if it's a Let's Play, it would probably benefit you a little bit more. YOLO would be better with an action shot of something wacky going on. Yeah, precisely my point. Also, why is it so low res compared to your actual gameplay? Like, how did you get that picture? I just don't understand how that happens. By the way, this picture, way better than your thumbnail picture. Just saying. Let me show you what I mean. I'm waiting on the... I missed it. Man, that is so fast. Am I, like, on double speed? Nope. Guess not. Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and mess with it. But yeah, that was the contrast of your guy's armor with the green in the background. I felt like would probably benefit you a lot more if there was something cool to point out in that picture. But yeah, this you're just not conveying an idea, and that's what I would focus on. Moving back, we're moving back to non-gaming. Okay, hopefully that helps you, Minecraft. Video speed is supposed to be increased. Okay, yeah. I wasn't saying anything bad about it. I just couldn't catch the image that I was trying to point out. Bum, 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 bum. Yep, time lapses. What if it was me again? If there's something cool about the image that you're if there's something, I'm a viewer, right? And I'm like scrolling through Minecraft Let's Plays. And then yours pops up. I created a Minecraft hardcore world. What's so special about it? What would make me want to click yours over the next guy's? You've got 70 views. The next guy has 5,000. And it's like, I'm not going to, I'm going to go for the 5,000 because I can see what value they're offering, that people are enjoying it, that sort of thing. So you need to separate yourself out. You need to let us know that something happens in the video, and that's what you need to feature on your thumbnail. So if nothing happened in the video, nothing interesting, then you might need to make a new video, right? But if you have some value that you want to offer, if you're teaching people about your world, if you're showing them something interesting about Minecraft, or did you know you could do this or whatever, then that's the thing to kind of feature. But it's just, understanding the value that you're offering is tough. Part of my channel is Minecraft, part of it's Lego. I'm allowed to submit them. Yeah, you can if you want. But I think you got a lot more problems now. All right, so the Gentleman's Sugar Skills Part 4. All right, this one is kind of going to be one that I'll have to take a look at others. All right, so this one just popped up right under it. I see from the vidIQ tool that it's over 100 times outlier. So, but you'll only be chosen once. Which might be true, right? But if the numbers decide to show us a Lego thumbnail, if I notice it's the same person and it's a different thumbnail, I probably won't spend like extra time on it, but I'll give you a quick tip. All right, so this one, Beginner's Guide, make your own polymer clay earrings. Okay, that one it's pretty clear, right? It's I hate that there's very little contrast on the text, but you can still kind of see it. They got that drop shadow in there. Okay, so this one, the idea pops out to me. I can kind of understand it. I like the color is probably pretty important, that it's like pastel. Now let's go to yours, and what we've got here is sort of a half tangible thing you've created, and then a background that you have you've designed, like you've you've edited it a little bit. So first, let me break this down real quick. All right, this right here. Sorry, I'm looking for a picture without a finger. I said I'm looking for a picture without a finger, and it's like... Alright, so... if I were you... I would probably focus on something like this instead. And the reason is because, like, you're showing the exact result immediately, and it's like a full picture. So you don't have to worry about a whole lot of video or graphic editing. And the thing that made theirs special, in my opinion, is that it's just a picture of stuff that they made. And the toughest part about this is it's so high quality because of the tilt shift effect that they've got on it. And for those that don't understand tilt shift, it kind of makes... Have you ever seen the... Actually, you know what? I'll just show you. Tilt shift. And this might apply to something you want to try to do. But tilt shift is this effect that makes things kind of look almost like toys. And it's a real car. It's a real situation. And the way that it works is there's a slight blur at the bottom. And then as it goes up, the blur goes away. And then it increases to like 200% in the background. I don't know why it works, but it does. And it just kind of makes everything look like a toy. So anyway, that's what they got going on here, except it's so close that you kind of understand the perspective. But it's a good picture. That's basically what I was saying, and it's their picture. And your top down is all I could have to work with. But if I were you, I would take a different picture. I would try to take it at that angle that they had, where it's kind of like lower at an angle. And then the way that you could do that is you could add your own blur afterwards, which I can show you how to do. But anyway, I just kind of want to show you what I would find appealing about this, because basically all you got to do is show what your result is, and that's what this is. So it's a tutorial. The Gentleman Sugar Skulls Part 4. So this is a 4-part series. I hope that you're putting these into a playlist, by the way. I think that would be super helpful. Another way that you could go about this is sort of like a before and after, where you show your materials and then you've got your finished product. Okay, but as for... It's kind of weird. Alright, this is kind of the closest one. So, if you had these guys here, and you just pop them over to the left a little bit. Sorry, this is just going to take one more sec. When you're taking your pictures, keep in mind that you don't always have to put text over your product. You can always allow a little room to you know where you're going to put text in. So if you're taking a picture, think, am I going to put text over this, or am I going to put it to the left or whatever? And then over here you could put that whole, like, what did yours say? Polymer clay, polymer? Is that how you say that? Polymer? Oh, polymer. That's it. Polymer clay tutorial. All right. So I would kind of do something like this. Of course, the AI is like all messed up here, but I digress. I know that that's not what it looks like. All right. So if you're doing something like that, you could put that text polymer clay tutorial. Now, I think the beginners is like a pretty it's a pretty appealing thing to people. By the way, this is like totally off. Sorry. So imagine your text is over here and your product's over a little more over here. All right, so that's kind of what I was saying. But what they did, it's really appealing, and it shows the finished product, and the text just kind of says, "Okay, it's a guy make your own polymer clay earrings." So yours is polymer clay tutorial. The Sugar Skulls Part 4, get rid of it. You can put the polymer clay tutorial in the thumbnail. I think that's pretty important, and show your finished product with one picture that's impressive. And like I said, if you want to do that tilt shift thing, blur it like 20% at the bottom, and then starting like right above, you can do 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 until it's like, you know, it's a faded blur. But yeah, maybe later we'll go over that. Hopefully that helps a little bit. It's just kind of going about searching what works in this niche, and then doing it yourself. Okay? Okay. All right, let's move back to gaming. My nose is stuffy. Still, I got the flu, and yeah, it has not left me. I don't know what the deal is, but I found that there's like something going around that lasts for 6 weeks, and yeah, I guess that's what I got. Anyway, I'm the master of Ferut. I'm assuming this is the game name. Game, or would I have to put Spielen? Let's just try game. I guess that's the name of the game, but I'm not sure. Hold on. Oh, it's a zombie map of... It's Call of Duty, right? Is it Call of Duty? Yes, it's German. Somebody tell me. Yeah. Call of Duty, World at War, Black Ops. I'm seeing Call of Duty Zombies. Okay, COD Zombies. All right, cool. By the way, your thumbnail doesn't show that, and your title doesn't say that. And so if I'm trying to look at something for Call of Duty Zombies, neither of your elements of packaging even reference that it's Call of Duty. So the problem with this is you think, hey Frankie, there's your shout out. You think that the people they know, right? Your audience, well, they know. They know it's Call of Duty. Why would I have to put that? Dude, they don't. You have to, okay, you aim for your community, and you have to aim for like casual viewers too. And a casual viewer like me, if I was interested in Call of Duty Zombies and then yours popped up, I wouldn't click it because I didn't know that was about Call of Duty Zombies. So it's tough. It's real easy to overestimate what you think your audience knows or your potential audience knows, and I just try to remember that, and making it as obvious as possible without shoving it in somebody's eyeballs. Yeah, it's tough to remember. So anyway, that said, I'm not exactly sure what else to say about this. The idea is just kind of where it's failing, in my opinion. This graphic design work is killer. This is like such a cool design. I love the design. I love the color. I love it. But to me, it's like I have no idea that it's about Call of Duty. It looks more like a VTuber Let's Play of some sort to me. And okay, yeah. So I guess there is a little bit of that. I wouldn't even say it's a VTuber, PNG tuber type thing, but it's more like a mascot. But I think it's really cool. It's just, I mean, that's a YouTube banner to me, not a thumbnail about Call of Duty. So I hope that helps just a little bit. You're really just, you lost on the getting the idea across. But as far as the catch in the eye, you nailed it. I just kind of want to see what your most popular video is. Discords know what I mean. It's hilarious. Okay, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, so it looks like you're kind of banking on your own audience to know exactly what's going on there, and that's cool. That's totally fine. If you have this separated where you make community based videos and then you make viral like banger videos, and you have those in separate buckets, and this happened to be a community video, then I totally get it. It makes sense to me. But just remember that casual viewers might not know what that is, and so keeping that in mind when you have Call of Duty Black Ops in the background like this one, it makes a little more sense. And also the laughing stock, there's your curiosity. Like this one's great because it kind of has everything. You convey the idea, your character catches the eye, and then the laughing stock creates curiosity. Like, I don't know what that is, but I kind of want to know. That one's really good, and there's no doubt why it's a outlier. Anyway, hopefully that helps a little bit. You seem to have it. Like you have the idea. It's just for that one, it's like it's just tough. All right, non-gaming. 86. All right, one sec here. I'm going to have you look at this for a second. And just keep looking. And I'm going to use some nose spray. I just really didn't want me putting something up my nose on camera. Like, I don't know what that could have led to, but I just wasn't going to take the chance. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. There's a couple things that I did recently. I'll show you another real quick, but this is kind of like me pointing out that a video hit 1.1 million views, but I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool to do a little mixture of me and me. Yeah. So anyway, all right. The non-gaming, I believe I already picked it. This is Discovering NL with Kevin. Okay, Newfoundlander reacts to Australian rules football. All right. All right. All right. So first, your title doesn't need to be repeated in your thumbnail. Your title got the point across. Even though it's like it was kind of hard for me to understand because like the words are backwards in my opinion. I just don't know. Like Australian football rules, but I don't know anything about this niche, so I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so Discovering NL with Kevin, get rid of it. Repeating the title, get rid of it. Australian football, a beginner's guide. This is okay. Including yourself into it is fine. This is one of those cases where it's fine because it's the guy, he's reacting to the rules, right? So it's okay to include yourself. This is one of those cases where the story technically is about him, right? A lot of people try to throw themselves in there because it's about their branding or they want people to know who they are. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons to not put yourself in a thumbnail, but this is one that you should. It's okay. The fact that you're not really reacting is kind of off-putting to me. So if you're actually watching something, yeah. So okay, here we go. This thumbnail right here, just bam. This picture right here gets. Man, there's so much going on here. I'm so sorry, dude. All right, let's break it down. Yeah. Come on. Oh, I keep hitting my Windows button. No wonder. I keep seeing like little pop-ups over here. Alright, so first of all, let's go ahead and get rid of this and this. This Discovering NL with Kevin thing, get rid of that on your videos. Your channel name is right there, so it's not exactly necessary. It's amateurish in my opinion. I don't know. Think about the last channel that you saw that put their channel name in their video on every single frame. It's not something that's necessary. All right, so if this is what you got, I would kind of bring this up just a little bit more. Sorry, one sec. All right, so I would do something like this. You've got this on the left, and you've got you on the right, probably just a little bit of a bigger face. And then down here, just pretend that this is like your bedroom, I guess. I don't know. Oh, man. So, this, in essence, this is kind of what a React thumbnail should be, right? I would focus more on just looking at reacting to football or something along those lines, and then mimicking exactly what they're doing in their stuff. So you've got this, and then I would probably just put like a little shadow under it, like so. You might be able to like get away with putting an outline on it. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so this thumbnail now looks like a React thumbnail to me. And the only thing that's missing is what makes me curious enough to click. And it has to be something that happens in the game, right? Like, okay, so maybe you got an arrow and the dude is punching the ref in the face or whatever. And then you have you like, oh my God, right? That like, that's your face. Let me just show you what that looks like. you don't have to go crazy, but like one of those, like, why the hell did he do that? And then some text like, why would he do that? Why would he do that? You've just like that creates the curiosity of something that you didn't understand. Okay, that's what I would do. That's exactly. And then I don't know. I would probably start with a new one, because I'm not exactly sure if you had any. Yeah. So what in here, like what in this video is so random and weird to you? That's the biggest focus you need to put on there. And like this stuff too is really, really cool. So if there's an interesting fact of how different it is, like why are there 4 posts here? I don't know that. So maybe that's one of the things that you point out on your thumbnail instead. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully that helps. All that extra text and repeating yourself and stuff in the packaging, not needed. This is the kind of thing that works on YouTube. All right. Now we are going to do some questions. Yeah, we're going to do some questions. I believe we've already got some. Do we? We're doing some questions. Okay, type hashtag question and then ask a question, okay? That's all you got to do. Yeah, there. I don't know. Do I have like a question? Is it? I forgot that I had a question thingy. I guess I do. All right. Yeah, thank you so much for becoming a member. Perfumer sales. Perfumers Sephorles. Okay, question. Some say the title should also be the name of the thumbnail. Hold on. No, okay. Okay, some say the title should also be the name of the thumbnail image when uploading. I would say this does nothing. So you're saying that the title of the video is like how to improve thumbnails, and then the name of the thumbnail is how to improve thumbnails.jpg or .png or whatever. If that's what you're saying, then that doesn't do anything. I remember I watched a video like 2 years ago. This was when I started watching YouTube advice content when I first found vidIQ. And I'm not saying that it was vidIQ that said it, but one YouTube advice channel said if you name your video like the .mp4 or whatever you're uploading, the title, it does something for the algorithm. I don't know I don't know what that is. I don't know where that came from, but I can't imagine that the coders or anybody would care about something like that. That just makes no sense to me. Why would that why would that help? Right? I guess like SEO or whatever, but yeah, that's not even SEO. So no, I don't think it does anything. If it did at one point, it's long gone. Yeah, okay. I'm a music channel whose videos just have a static image, which is the thumbnail as well. Is this okay or not? Yeah, I would guess it'd be okay. I'm a music channel whose videos just have a okay, so you just have music playing with a static image, and then, which is the that seems like the easiest way to go about it for me. It depends on what kind of music you're making, I guess. If you're, like, featuring an artist or something that's not you, then maybe, like, make sure the image is portraying them instead. So I guess really it's just about picking the right picture. If it's just instrumentals or whatever, and you're just trying to convey the feeling, then I would do that. Yeah, so I would definitely think that that's okay. That's just one random. It's your end music. Okay, yeah, that's one of those. That's a really random type channel that not all perfect. Oh, covers. Okay, so if you're doing covers, like say you're covering "Smells Like Teen Spirit" by Nirvana, like if your image is of Kurt Cobain, then like it would make more sense. So just make sure that your images or whatever are applicable. They're relevant to the cover that you're making. But yeah, it seems if it's just an image, that's cool. I would assume whatever image you pick, just make it one that's like, oh yeah, like I definitely got to click that. So yeah, I would say it's okay. But that your type of channel is a really hard one to give thumbnail advice for. Should I just put my face on thumbnails for being a Should I just put my face on thumbnails for being a faceless channel? No. If you're okay, if your video is not even about you, then I would avoid putting you in the thumbnail in the first place. If you're a faceless channel and you put your face on it, then it's just a random face. It's like not relevant at all. So I would say nah. Don't do it. What best practice can we take when designing thumbnails? Okay, about the design itself. All right, the three main things that a thumbnail should do are convey the idea, catch the eye, and create curiosity. So those are the things that you really need to focus on. Designing thumbnails itself isn't as important as focusing on the psychology of what gets the click. Now, when you're designing, just make it, make sure that there's clarity of it. Make it simple. You've got two or three elements, which could be a person, text, an object, whatever. If you're thinking like Ryan Trahan thumbnails, you've got him and you've got a penny, and then you've got the background, which isn't an element. It's whatever. So the simpler a thumbnail can be while still conveying the idea is really what you want to do. But outside of that, like I've said before, thick, bold text. That's where you want to go when it comes to fonts. Make sure that your font is a different color than your background. That's for sure. The simplest way to go about it is black or white text. And if it still doesn't pop off enough, then put the opposite color as a box around it. So if your white color is not popping off as much, put a black box behind it. And that makes it so much more simple than trying to find the perfect color that fits with this image and whatever. It's not as advanced. Hopefully that helps a little bit. How often should I change my YouTube Shorts thumbnail? This one's a little weird because the YouTube Shorts thumbnail thing, there's a couple places where it will pop up, but I would say your focus would be best put on creating more videos rather than focusing on trying to change your Shorts thumbnail. And can you do that? I didn't even know that you could after you picked it. I would say never. Like, pick one and let it ride, in my opinion. Why is YouTube recommending me to the wrong audience? There's a couple reasons for that. If you have made any videos outside of your niche, if you don't have a niche at all, and you just kind of make random videos, if you have been sending your channel to friends and family because you know that they'll watch, and normally they're on YouTube. Like if your channel's about shoes and your friend Jake only watches Lego content, and then you send him a link and you say, hey man, can you check this video out? And then Jake goes and he watches your video and he says, hey, good job, man. Then YouTube thinks, oh, well, this channel must have something to do with Legos. And that's kind of how that happens. So like anytime that I make something, I never share the link. If anything, I tell people to search for it or whatever, but that's pretty rare because you don't want somebody that has the wrong viewing habits to be viewing your video. It hurts it more than helps it, that's for sure. Outside of that, you could be new. You could be a very new channel, and it's testing as well. It's just trying to figure out what your audience is in the first place, because people lie. So the algorithm doesn't always trust what you exactly put in your description or your title or whatever. It trusts your transcript that it can read through more than that. And yeah, honestly, it does a lot of testing, so it just depends on how new you are. Those are a couple reasons. There's plenty more. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Should all of my thumbnails look similar? If they're all performing very well, then yeah, you can. If you got something that works, don't mess with success, right? You just kind of like keep iterating on it until you get to a point where you have diminished returns, and then you're like, all right, I got to try something new. There is a reason that it works. Okay, now if they're all kind of working equally, but like none of them are blowing up, then I would recommend trying things different every time, and then eventually you'll find what works. How do I start a second channel? Likely get turned to a main channel. Likely get turned to main. Okay. Already following vidIQ advice. Hold on. How do I start a second channel? Likely get turned to main channel. Already following vidIQ advice and others. What's a good system I can follow to stay consistent and grow efficiently? Okay. This is kind of an open-ended question, just a little bit. So I'm going to give you some personal advice from myself. For about the past year or so, I've been overthinking a lot of my own personal content. And I found that my biggest problem is focusing so much on quality that I never end up posting something at all. And what I did was I had this documentary thing that I'm working on that's coming out here in a couple weeks. But what I did was I just started breaking out my phone and I started filming myself and kind of doing like this daily diary thing. And after about 7 days of this, I kind of broke through my overthinking, because I realized that every time that I filmed myself, I felt just as good as if I had spent 2 months making a video. And I had created this momentum of not caring, that it was so easy, it is so easy for me to just hit record now and talk and then edit it and then it's done. So the point I'm trying to make now, by the way, it was not easy for me to do that before. I put months into videos that just, and then the one that I put 18 hours into, it 1 million views. So it's just like ridiculous. The point is, your minimum viable product is what you want to focus on. And it's really hard to find until you stop caring so much and you just do it. And then the more you do it, you'll kind of fall into your own workflow. So it's really tough to know exactly what your position is, what's going on with you. But to grow efficiently and to stay consistent is to find the easiest way to make content that you're happy with, that you can say good enough and then send it out. Because the more times you do that, you get 100 videos in the time that it would take you to do 5. Guess which one's going to be more successful? The one that, even though they're less quality or whatever, you're doing the thing. You're actually doing it. So with your question, it's a little open-ended. That's like the best advice I can give, because it's something that I personally have been going through a lot. I hope that helps a little bit. Down. When I get to the point where I'm super confident in my video and thumbnail, I'm still not seeing an increase. What do I do? Experiment, right? So you might be confident, you might think this is good, and it might suck. And I've I hate to say that, but I have come across that so many times where I'm like, this is a bad thumbnail. It is just, it's the bomb. I'm putting it out there and it performs like crap. And then I make a simple one and it's like, it gets the idea across and then people start clicking it. And I'm like, oh man. If you look on Reddit, you'll find so many people that say the videos that I put the least amount of effort into always perform the best. So I guess in your situation, what you got to do is just experiment. Just try things that you see work. Even if like you're not so confident in it, it gives you, it broadens your perspective. That's the best thing that you can do, is just realize that you are one person, you have one perspective, and it is so difficult to know exactly what works. And the only way you find that out is by putting it out there and seeing what sticks. Okay, I hope that helps a little bit. How long have you been hiding from the lawyers from Law and Order? I don't know. I think they died in the 90s. I don't actually. When was Law and Order? Law and Order, was that in the 90s? The original is 1990, first episode. Yeah, they're no longer practicing law. Okay. All right. So yeah, we are going to go into the, thank you for those questions. You're awesome. We're going to go into the blah, 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 blah. Sorry. I'm trying to, get rid of this questions time banner thing and I can't find it. Please get rid of the banner. All right. So yeah, we're going to do this Arrow Lord contest thing real quick. I'm going to roll through them and then we're going to pick, oh my God, people. Oh, geez. People have submitted more. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Here we go. This is the Arrow Lord contest that we're gonna do. So there's a lot more than I expected. And all right, Emmanuel 99. You have done several, which I love. Thank you for the orange, the green glowing eyes. That's pretty awesome. Man, these are very like YouTube centric with the graphs. This one I have no idea what is going. That's not even my skin tone. It's just like, what is going on with my neck? That's not what. How'd you do this? That's not my beard. It's way too good. That's ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, those are pretty good. I dig it. This one I enjoy a lot because it's very awesome. It's I don't know. It points out the irony in packaging for sure. How to easily get free views. Easy method. 100% free. Works in 2025. Guess I'm a year ahead. Yeah. So that right there is a perfect title to use. It's just use that as a template every time, and then the amount of parentheses at the end. Perfect. Perfectly correct. It'll work every time. Very good. Game of arrows. This is pretty solid. I'm surprised you got AI to do this so well. The logo itself, at least. Yeah, but I really dig the chair. That's pretty awesome. What is this? Like, I wonder what. Hold on. Can I get the? No, never mind. I was thinking if I could save it, I could get the prompt that you sent to ChatGPT or whoever. But yeah, it's a pretty solid idea. Thank you, Dim Dam Dom and Josh Taft. Made this on Photopea on my phone. That's pretty impressive, honestly. I would say my favorite part is the down arrow sword. It's pretty good. So on Photopea on your phone, that means that you like, it's not even an app. It is just like a website. So however you got my head cut out and put on, that's pretty impressive. All right, Lars made this in 5 minutes, so it sucks. But yeah, I worked for the Arrow Lord. He's a fraud. It's very I don't know. I guess we won't. The Getty Images thing on the arrow is so funny. Oh man. Yeah, I love it. I just there's so much going on in this one. It's great. I almost want to set it as my profile picture. Yeah, so that's very relevant to some thumbnails that are going on lately. Strethless was one that did something kind of ironic or parody, I guess, is what you'd call it. Oh my goodness, how many times am I gonna type an I instead of a U? Yeah, so he changed it, exposing my boss. He actually had the same style. I wonder if we can see it. Oh man, yeah. There was one where it was just like, I don't know. He must have got rid of it, but there was one that was almost exactly like yours. But yeah, so I love that one. The Arrow Mafia, 1K subs in 1 month. This is kind of scary. The fact that you use Comica is Comica Access. That's the Mr. Beast font, by the way, for those that don't know. That one, I gotta. I don't know what to say. Just know. Wanted to participate. Did this at work. But by the way, I love what you did. Like the glow is great. The vibes are great. All right, wanted to participate. Did this at work. Shh. Good luck to everyone. Have a wonderful weekend, Lord of Arrows. Why does this look so familiar to me? What is this picture that's going on? If somebody wants to clear that up, like, I swear I've seen this image outside of the YouTube and crazy arrow thing. I swear I've seen this before. Like, you can see him holding ropes and stuff, and I just... Oh. Okay. All right. Anyway, I love that. All right, Lord of Arrows. I think my favorite one about this one, Asa Besher. I didn't even notice. Look at the eyes. I didn't even notice that you did that. You put the arrows, the circle arrows in my eyes on my gauge, made a chain. That one's pretty clever. Hold on, is there... What's going on in that background now? I'm just kind of curious. Is that me? There's a lot going on this one that I didn't notice at first. All right, I would say that one is definitely top 3 in my opinion, along with the fraud. Those are at least top for me. I really love this one. This one might be in the top 3 too. The Arrow Lord, he's jeez. Oh man, all right. They got like a sort of a Reddit arrow situation going on here with some upvotes and downvotes. All right, I dig it. I like the cartoonish style. These are just like straight up. They remind me of when AI first started making stuff, and it's just got that like these arrows just got that vibe where they all kind of just this one, man. I don't know. This one just kind of feels good. Probably that gradient in the background. I like it. Okay, no caption. All right, gotcha. Simplistic concept. I really dig the minimalism on this one. The Arrow Lord. I like it. And the whole negative space arrow thing that's going on. All right, here's me being killed by another arrow. I gotta say, I love it. And then we've got the Saturday Night Live parody here. I've got a fever, and the only prescription is more arrows, which just for everybody's knowledge, it's cowbell, and it's cowbell. Right, I love it. Okay, and then there's me, which that one doesn't count, and then there's Dwight, and then I spent 50 hours on this. Did you? Really? 50 hours? I mean, come on. I love it, by the way. This is hilarious. I don't think I would change anything. Anyway. Yeah. So, I guess we're going to go with top 3. The top ones, in my opinion, are... We're going with the fraud. I really like that one. So, Claudia, we've got fraud. We've got One sec. Fraud. We've got Lord of Arrows, which I really enjoyed, just all the arrowness about it. And hold on. Man, it's between this simple one and this new one here, this Arrow God ridiculousness. Hold on. It's so tough, man. Actually, no. Severlights. We're gonna pick Severlights. So this Loki one, this Fraud one, and this crazy Lord of Arrows one. However you want to do that, Claudia. Asa Besher, Severlight Gaming, and Lars. Lars? Alright, so Claudia is whipping up a poll for y'all to jump. And, what is this? My Pringle boy got removed. What does that mean? What does that mean? Alright, so, yeah. We're doing the poll here. I guess I have to open YouTube to actually see the poll. Let's take a look. Okay, so yeah, you guys choose, and we're gonna go ahead and move on from there. Yeah, I guess I don't. You guys got this. All right, you pick. All right, so what was the last one that we had? I can't remember. Okay, yeah, so it was non-gaming. All right. At this point, we are going to start the, what you call it? We're going to start the 2-second test, and basically what the 2-second test is, I show you the thumbnail for 2 seconds, and you get to pick, sorry, I read the word, you get to guess what the thumbnail's about. This, okay, yeah. Quick guessing game, yeah. All right, so let's do this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a random number 101. This is the very last person that submitted a gaming. A gaming. All right. Waiting on the thumbnail. Okay, you guys ready? All right, what is this thumbnail about? No. It's actually not this time. Koi fish. I'm actually surprised that the first one isn't Roblox, Fortnite, or Minecraft. Anime fighting game. Pretty vague. Dragon Ball. My Little Pony Simulator. Maybe. Dragon Ball Fighter Z or something. Yeah. I'm seeing that. DBZ Fighter One Shot. DBZ Killer Combos. DBZ Dragon Ball Combo. DBZ Fighting Game. Alright, I think we all kind of got this one. Which means that your thumbnail does its job. Every combo, one shots. So I assume that makes more sense in the context. This picture is really, really cool. I don't know if it pops out or not. I mean, from the hair, I can kind of tell that it's DBZ. This health bar kind of shows that it's a game. You might want to make it a little more obvious that it's a game. Every combo one shots, it's over. Every combo one shots is your better one, by the way. Is Dragon Ball Z, in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, you die in one hit. Okay. I thought, okay. So, from your thumbnail, I thought every combo one shots. So you're showing every combo that kills in one hit. I assume. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what you're showing. Alright, so, I dig the thumbnail. I would think that if you want to ABC test some stuff, like this, like a little compilation might work. I'm just thinking that this image that you have is so close, it's almost hard to immediately tell that it's a game, right? Especially because it's red and the health bar is red, and it's all full, or it's all empty, right? So you might want to show that the health bar is jumping back. You could also think about a before and after. He's alive, then he's dead. I don't know. There's just a lot of ways to do this. I'm just thinking that the image you chose is almost too red. Like, it doesn't have a whole lot of contrast in itself to understand that it's a game immediately. But that's me being picky, because I really do like it. I would just try to experiment with different screenshots and stuff. Just, I don't know, like every one-shot combo DBFZ. I'm just curious what they show. New kill combos. Okay, so it seems that showing the characters, like all the characters, works. And if you want to try to make your own version of that, that might be worth doing an ABC test. I know that you might want to be trying to stand out, but it couldn't hurt to try just to see what's going on. Yeah, one-shot combos. This isn't DBZ Fighter or whatever, but this is kind of what I was thinking when I said compilation, or a collage, just like a couple different moves that are impressive to show. So hopefully that helps. We're moving on to non-gaming. Beep 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 beep. All right, number 66. I haven't drank any water this entire freaking stream. And I need water. All right, y'all ready? Sorry, that was a little zoomed out, but I think you could still see it. All right, game. I don't think I've ever seen you drink water, John. Well, go back and watch. You'll see me chugging it. Hydrate. Usually, actually, because of medicine I take, I actually drink like... I bought a whole case of water yesterday, and there's 5 left. So, whatever, that's 16 waters. And so, minus these 3 that are sitting there. I drank 13 waters yesterday. Football. Okay, sorry. It's not about me, it's about football. Watching a high school football game. Football. Minecraft. I don't think so. Normally you're pounding water. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all water. And then I got a monster here just in case I needed energy, but sometimes I don't. All right, foosball's the devil. Let's make it happen. All right, basketball. All right, so I think that somebody said watching football in high school, or high school football, and it does sort of look like that. Canton McKinley versus Warren Harding 2024. Bulldogs battle for 4 quarters. All right, so this is... I don't know. This is like, the idea is immediately conveyed. This is exactly what they're going to get when they click, right? It's just like, it's football. It's like such an interesting niche that you have, and people are clearly interested in it, because it's got, wow, 100 times outlier. I mean, maybe this is a local thing, but people are watching. So you basically showed exactly what I would assume should be showed. Like, what else could you show? Somebody help me out. What do you think? Maybe like a celebration. Like, maybe there's something more interesting to show in the game itself. I'm sorry, there's an intense tackle moment. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Score count, I was considering that too. But yeah, I think it's really good as is, and it seems to be working. When you say niche down, this is what I think. Wow, this is so niche down. Like, it's got its own specific audience. If you search these, like, I bet you're Northeast Ohio Sports Channel. Like, that's niche down. That's pretty impressive. Just looking at your other videos, it seems that, yeah, dude, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, this stuff right here, I think it's more impressive to actually show what you've got going on in the video. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, you are like This is a really, really cool channel. Killing it. Okay, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. I got nothing to improve. All right, we're moving back to gaming, even though that was a game, sorta. I thought that was clever, but you know, maybe not. All right, number 26. Close all this Dragon Ball Z stuff. Wait a second. I just clicked one and it changed to a different one. That's curious. Sorry, I'm downloading it because something weird just happened. Okay, actually, you know what? I don't have to. I'm going to show you exactly what I see. All right, ready? Get ready to guess. It's time. Get ready. All right, so this one, the thumbnail that you're seeing that you just saw right now isn't the one that I clicked on. So what the vidIQ app showed, or what the extension showed, was a different thumbnail that I clicked on, and they're very similar, so I let it go. But yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of Minecraft modding. Yeah, we don't have to take the time. I remade pre-classic to my mod, Wild Survival. Okay, right, and then this is the one that I saw, but when I open it, it becomes this one. So I do like that you simplified it, but I have a tough time understanding what's happening or what it's about, I guess. I remade Minecraft's very first playable version, and its unusual mob. I don't know. I don't know what this is. So all right, I've made Minecraft's oldest playable version. Okay, this is interesting, right? Like the oldest version of Minecraft that you could play, you've made it. You've recreated the mob from this. Okay, like I don't know. I don't know if it's like too complicated, if it's too many words. It's just so different than the normal Minecraft stuff that I'm just a little bit lost on it. But if you show the original, like the original Minecraft or something like that, and make it really, really obvious, then I think that there's probably just a better way to show that, especially even in your gameplay. So what I would do is this wild survival thing. I don't see that. I don't understand what that is, but I would probably focus on something interesting that happens in your original, like in your video, the original, like pre-classic, whatever you call it. You remade it. Focus on that. This wild survival thing is confusing. So yeah, I'd focus on the cool thing about it is I remade Minecraft's oldest playable version. So just focus on that, right? Show something interesting about it in your like if it's this image, right? And then you have an arrow and it says this block smells bad. I don't know. Just something interesting about what you're going through in it. That's what I would do. Because it did seem like you overcomplicated a pretty simple and sellable idea, in my opinion. Okie doke, we're gonna do another one, but this time it's not gonna be gaming. Oh, I missed it. Number 93. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That football channel popped up again. I don't know how that happened. Okie doke. I think I've seen this guy before. Wow. Wow. Okay, guys ready? This is pretty cool. It's not you. I'm sorry. Okay. Guy. All right, what do we got? Guy, hardest niche on YouTube. I got that hardest niche. Sons of Anarchy, a guy riding a QA scooter. Sons of Anarchy. Motorcycling is the hardest niche on YouTube. YouTube struggle. Okay, so I guess that that idea came across pretty well. What I'm getting from it is like POV motorcycle is the hardest niche on YouTube. That is what you're trying to say, and that's okay. I don't know what this cup thing is, and like, I'm just not so sure what that is. That kind of confused me. If the camera was like on your head or something, I guess it like that's one extra element that I'm not so sure what it is. But maybe if you had an arrow pointing to it and like pointing something out about it, like maybe that's your camera that sits in a cup holder or something, because that's kind of what it looks like. That would be an interesting thing to focus on. Just an idea. But as far as what you've got, I really do like it already. I think it's really solid, and it's performing seemingly better than all of your other videos. At least like what's normal. Yeah, so you do have a helmet with a camera on it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really cool. All right, so I see this right here, but this cup, I don't see the camera on there. Oh, dude, it's not on the cup at all. This little thing right here, sorry, now it kind of points out like what confused me about it, but this little lip, like I thought it was attached to the camera. And so I thought you were showing us something about the cup and the camera. If I would just get rid of the cup. The cup seemed so important in this image, and now I'm like, what is happening? Yeah, so if the toughest niche is just about POV motorcycle riding or whatever, I would get rid of that cup that you're holding, because it seems so important. Why else would it be in the picture? So yeah, that's probably what I would do. Like it kind of confused me. So yeah, that's what I would change. And unless the cup is super important, and you pointed out in the video, I would just take a different picture. The hardest niche is the cup. Dude, that is awesome. Okay, all right. Dude, this is so cool. All right. We are moving back to gaming. 113. Wow, this is the very last one again. Okie doke. Hey, it is not the normal games. Okay, you guys ready? What do we got? Sometimes, you guys, oh my god. Flight simulator, that's what I'm thinking. Flight sim, plane sim, airplane game. Yep, I think we're all kind of feeling that. Okay, so is this our future first electric airliner? Okay. Okay. It almost, this thumbnail almost makes me think it's not about a game, by the way. It's like, it almost looks like it's from, man, I can't remember what that channel is called, but it's he teaches me a lot of stuff. Yeah, so it almost doesn't seem like it's a game at all. Just wanting to let you know that if it was a little more obvious, I think, like, I'm watching gameplay, but this doesn't seem like gameplay to me. Alright, so maybe it's because there's like 2 planes or something? I don't know. Could that be it? Alright, so flying the first electric airliner. If this, man, your image just makes me think it's sort of like a documentary about this plane. If you spend your whole channel talking about the plane and that's what you're talking about, I get it. That makes a lot more sense to me. I do like it. I guess what we could do is just first electric airliner flight sim. I guess that's what this is. Just curious what else pops up. Of course, you're the number one. Yeah, so I guess seeing flight simulator in the thumbnail kind of makes more sense to me. Like it is, yeah, it's about the game itself. Yeah, man, this is just like it's a small niche. I don't think anything you did was wrong necessarily. I guess it just kind of made me think that it's not about a game. So maybe just throwing that little logo in there a little bit, and maybe getting rid of the second plane, I guess might help a little bit. Now, I know I focus a lot more on the idea and not the aesthetic. So yeah, I should definitely tell you about the aesthetic here. I would increase some things about this picture. First, I would probably not do white on white, and I can see that you do have like a little bit of a drop shadow on there, and that's okay. If you wanted to change things up just a little bit, I would probably increase the contrast, and then I wouldn't brighten it because it already seems to be pretty bright. Let's see what increasing the saturation does just a little bit. Okay, there's that. And then it looks like there's a little too much red in it. Let's lower the red because you can see it like almost made the body look orange. So if you lower the red, okay, and then I would probably get rid of this guy down, meow. And I might, I don't know, I might have picked a different picture, but maybe not. I would say get rid of the words, "Is this our future?" It's not really that important. And then if you wanted to, like, there's this guy named Tim Minchin, and he's like a comedian, like musician or whatever, and he does stand-up comedy. And he has this song called Dark Side, and he makes himself sound like the dude from Pearl Jam. And he's like, I can have a dark side too. And every time I say the word too now, I think I sound like him for some reason. Anyway, that's not important at all. I just had to point it out because that's why I was laughing. So yeah, I would probably do something a little more simple along these lines. I might pull the plane over a little bit and leave some space up here for text. Or I would leave this space down here and move the text down there and maybe throw an arrow up there. That's what I would do. You could always cut the plane out and put a little bit of an outline on it if you wanted to, but I personally wouldn't. That kind of takes away from the game aspect. And also, first electric airliner, cool. It's great. It's kind of interesting, but maybe consider what else you could put there that would really make somebody click, like something that they don't know about this airplane. Like, first electric airliner makes me say cool, but it doesn't make me say what, and that's the kind of thing. So that's the kind of thing you want to focus on. You know what I'm saying? Okie doke. We're gonna move back to non-gaming. I can have a dark side too. I think we've seen this channel before. It's electric. How far can it fly? That would be the perfect thing. How far can it fly? Let's find out, right? You won't believe how far this thing flies. Yeah, that's a really good. Do me non-game. Oh, I think I accidentally clicked that one. By the way, you gotta submit it. The links are in the description. Submit your thing, and we have like such a little amount of people in here that there's a good possibility that you will get picked. So submit it. Do me gaming. Also, exactly what I just said. Okay, you guys ready? Cool. All right, what do we got? I usually get 0 impression on my shorts. What do I do about this? Make more. The impressions thing, it happens sometimes because you're so new, or you're not, because the algorithm might not understand what your channel is about. So yeah, a lot of people are saying AI content, GPT has bugs, beg bugs. GPT has bed bugs, too much text. Yeah, ChatGPT has bugs. Okay, yeah, everybody kind of says the same thing here. ChatGPT has bugs. It has bugs. Okay, so it's pretty clear that it's ChatGPT because of the little conversation you've got going on. It has bugs. That's cool. All right. First, let's just see. Is this a React channel, or are you a part of the story in some way? Is it about you? Okay. And your reaction to something, or are you informing people of other stuff? Because that will make you decide whether you belong in the thumbnail or not, in my opinion. Now, you don't have to change this. It's just something that I feel a lot of people put their face in as an extra element that might distract from the point. Programmer versus AI. Okay, perfect. All right, so he does belong in there because he is the programmer. ChatGPT, bash script, critique, and analysis. Okay. All right, so it almost seems like there's two things here, two different things. Let's see. I'm like sitting here clicking through, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. Okay, so I just gotta say the bug itself, man. I feel like there's a better way to do this. Can you write me a bash script? Oh, it's about coding. Okay. Oh my goodness. Programmer versus AI. All right, I understand now. So if you had your code on the left and ChatGPT's code on the right, and you circled the bugs, that would get the idea across much faster. So, in my opinion. So, for instance, this is going to be a terrible little drawing, but let's see. You've got, one sec, GPT logo. I'm not going to go and get the transparent ones. I'm just going to give you the idea. So, yeah, you've got GPT on the left, and then you've got you on the right. Your little icon is fine, but I'm just going to circle your face because, like, it's there and it's bigger. and I'm going to do a terrible crop of it, too. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Okay. Okie doke. So, you've got programmer on the left, you've got ChatGPT on the right, and then we're just gonna go get some coding real quick, just to give you the idea. Just give me a flat image of coding. There's one. Why would you? All right, whatever. All right, you've got you on the left, man. Just like I would make this a flat image instead, and like there's got to be a better picture than this. What's going on here? Why do they all have to be like stock images? Just show me code. Whatever. I hate it. All right, so anyway, you've got code on the left, and yeah, it's flawless, whatever. And then you've got the GPT code on the right, and it's not flawless or whatever. It's awful. And it's squeezed. And then I would put, I mean, like, I would probably fade the top of these a little bit to make those logos stand out. I'm sorry. This is just not great. Something along those lines. Okay. And then I would put the words "it has bugs" at the bottom, maybe, or like the other idea that I said before would just be like throwing these circles around. Like, this is not going to be a bug, I'm sure. And then you've got arrows pointing at each bug or whatever, like something like that. And then it has. Or you don't need the arrows. You could have it has bugs written down here, and then the arrow pointing at the bugs. Something like that. Or just one bug. Something super simple, but that's what I would do. This just doesn't come across to me as powerful as like, man, this is so much better than that, that coding. But anyway, that's probably what I would do. This did seem to do pretty well for you, at least 2.6 thousand views. If we would take a look at programmer versus AI, I'm just wondering if anything besides you would pop up, because I don't know the niche well enough. There's not a whole lot of challenge situations like, yeah. None of these really pop out to me like yours does. So I would definitely try my idea as like an A/B. Hopefully that would help just a little bit. Yeah, none of these images like really get it across to me like that idea could. So maybe try something like that. Yeah. All right, let's move back to the other. Sorry, I wish that would help a little more, but you know, I don't know a whole lot about coding. I just know what would get the idea across to me. Okay, that was non-gaming, right? So we're doing gaming, and then we're gonna do some questions, and then, well, we'll do a couple more. Then we're gonna do some questions, and we'll announce at the end who the. Well, actually, you guys probably know. I just don't know because I can't see the poll. So, we'll get there. I'll wait to be surprised. Okay, guys, ready? Cool. Ooh, okay, it's tied. It's a three-way tie. Interesting. All right, we got Roblox guns. Roblox guns. Minecraft. John drinks water. Roblox guns. Minecraft. A game with guns. I don't know the name. That's a tough one. Minecraft. You know, I just find Denning. Guy with gun. There's not a whole lot of guesses coming out here. Besides, okay, whatever. We'll just move on. So, I think it's Roblox. I'm pretty sure it's Roblox. I have no idea what the thumbnail is trying to say. Gun. Okay, for every win I get in Roblox, I upgrade my weapon. Okay, so if it were more clear, like these are wins, like each victory you level up, that would help a little bit. I think the thumbnail is cool. Like if this gun here was like victory number 3 or something, just to kind of get that idea just a little bit better, and get that idea across a little bit better. And as for the guns that are further down the line, you could just make them black, and like they're a mystery. Like you have question marks on them. So as you level up, the viewer doesn't know what the last weapon is, and I definitely wouldn't reveal it in the thumbnail. I would hide it. But yeah, like guess that Pokemon or whatever. I would, like, these 3 would be all black. Here, let me show you what I mean. Just super quick. Yeah, so I probably would change up the composition just a tiny bit, because you have to include the word victory or win number or something like that. Like even if it's like victories at the top, and then you have number 1, or victory, and then number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, right? And then at the bottom here, I would just grab like the last 3 or whatever, and I would just block them out. Like so. Sorry, this is taking a little time here. Alright, then let's just do like a fill. Cool. Although they're kind of obvious, you might want to do like a mosaic style sensor instead. But if you did the little question mark sort of thing, that would work. That's Gotham's question mark. It looks like Graphic. Sorry, I'm nerding out about fonts. Yeah, so I would do something like that. You got a question mark, you got a question mark. You might not even have to show the gun if you just got question marks. something like that. And of course, that would be victory number, I don't know, 10 or something like that. However many victories, I would make it clear that they're leveling up in a way. Hopefully that's pretty clear to you. Outside of that, I think your composition, your color, everything, that sort of thing, I think it's pretty cool. I would just try to find different ways to get that idea across that each one equals a victory. Yeah! Okay, let's move on to... let's do non-gaming, and let's get that question banner up. Oh, you got it. Claudia, you're the best. Number 50. Nope. Wasn't... No, that was the last one. 28. Alright. I almost said the name. Ooh, this one's pretty cool. Hey, you might have just asked me a question. Okay, ready? Claudia is an AI. Yeah, well, we're gonna have Claudia on eventually once we can figure out how to do that. Once we can figure out how to make her talk. But yeah, me and Claudia hosting a live stream would be awesome. Finance on YouTube. YouTube? Is it a new niche? Okay, how to switch your niche. Wait, Claudia isn't real? No, Claudia... Well, define real, right? A new money-making niche on YouTube. Money in YouTube. Wait. Oh, I just read it again. Wait, Claudia isn't real? My niche matches my stickman art. Okay, so... The first thing that caught me here is I didn't know that said niche in the background. I thought it said name for some reason. So that might just be me, and I might just be tired, but I couldn't quite get it. Now, I did read the title. It doesn't quite come across to me as exactly what you're trying to do. 30 days trying faceless YouTube channel automation with AI. Okay, 30 days trying faceless automation. Now, the Stickman is cool because I can see what you're doing here. It's your own thing. What I would do if I were you, because I think that this is a really, really cool idea, is when you think faceless, yeah, the rising graph is kind of vidIQ thumbnail-y, which I love. I dig it. When I think faceless channels, and you probably know this too, let me just see. I ended up making a couple. We can take a look real quick. Just open my bridge. But when I think faceless YouTube channels, I think of the dude in the hood. And for some reason, that like hacker guy vibe. So if you could put your stick guy in that hood vibe, I think that would be really, really cool. The other thing that I'm having a little bit of difficulty with is the idea. Let's see here. I think like this is kind of what I was talking about. This is one that I had worked on. $1 million, and the hooded thing was probably something about a faceless channel. So that hooded idea is like, I don't know. When you think faceless, I don't know, watch. Faceless channel. Just see what hoods we see. There's one. Oh, there's a guy with the mask. That's actually pretty cool. Wow, that's a lot less hoods than I thought. I'm behind on the faceless channel thing, I guess, because I never really got into it. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's not as popular as I thought. All right. Well, if that's the case, then the word faceless should definitely be in your thumbnail. Your actual results, if there were results, that might be something to show in the thumbnail as well. As you can see, they have the logo, they have money, and you've got that. New niche, I would probably replace that with faceless. Your stickman can be on one side. So say if you were like mimicking this guy, Make Money Matt, your stick man on one side, it would probably benefit you a little more than just being in the middle of it. So I would try something like that. Your estimated revenue, like what makes somebody want to click? Like what are they going to learn from this video? Is it bad, or is it good, or what? It doesn't matter, because they still need that information. So even if you made like $3 or something, maybe that's something to feature. I would at least A/B it. But yeah, as you can see, all of them, they don't show a face and then they show the results they got. So make it a little more specific. Okay, let's do some questions. Let's do some question marks. That camera just never came back on. Kenobi Gaming, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Welcome to the Thunderdome. I enjoy the thumbnail creation more now. Thanks. Thank you. 9-finger wrenching. Is there such a thing as too much niching down? My channel focuses on fossil hunting in the state of Alabama. Wondering if that's too narrow. Personally, I would think that fossil hunting is good enough. I don't know how many people are searching for Alabama specific fossil hunting. If it's like Midwest, that, or something along those lines, like maybe. But yeah, maybe the state of Alabama, maybe that probably shouldn't be a part of your tactic, your strategy. If you include it, yeah, I wouldn't, honestly. I don't know if Alabama is super important. Then again, I don't know the fossil niche that well, and maybe the exact state people are searching for. And if that's the case, if a lot of people are searching for that, and you can use the vidIQ tool to see what kind of keywords are working for that niche. If a lot of people are, then I think you're at the perfect niche down level. I wouldn't go any further than that. But yeah, even by state for fossil hunting, that seems pretty niche down. All right, I do cooking videos on Sundays and beer reviews on Wednesdays. Would you say my niche is too wide? My thought is that beer and food goes along great, and it does. But I would, if you're doing cooking videos and beer reviews, it sounds like two different channels to me. And a good way to figure this out is when you search for beer reviews and you go and you click on a channel, what are you going to find? And the reason that you found the channel is because it's successful. Now, what do you want out of it? If you're just doing it for fun and you're getting like your own community and people to like hang out and like enjoy your content, then like sure, just make it one channel and enjoy it. But if you want a really successful start on YouTube, then doing those two separate would probably benefit a lot more. I struggled with this a lot. I tried to do so many different things with my personal channel, and I finally realized I got to stick to one specific thing. And beer reviews and cooking videos, yeah, there's probably no channel that are super successful at doing both on the same channel, but there are plenty that are successful at doing them separate. So I would personally separate. Cook only things that go well with beer. That could work as well, but if you're doing the cooking videos and they have nothing to do with beer, then you do realize that it's a different part. It's not really cook with beer. Yeah, I guess. All right. Should I try and avoid dark thumbnails? Why? What's the point? No. I mean, there are plenty of dark. I just showed like a bunch of them. These faceless thumbnails, like these are dark, right? So, and I don't know. They do very well. So I wouldn't avoid anything based on color. This is 2024. What version of Photoshop do you use? The most recent one. It auto updates. So I don't know. How do I search that? I don't know. The most recent one, whatever that is. I guess it auto updates. So I don't. Oh, here it is. My version is 25.11.0. So yeah. There you go. After the first ABC test of your thumbnail, after how many weeks would you think it would be a good idea to do it again with new versions? Okay, I've said this before, and I'm still pretty solid on it. 48 hours is kind of where I sit with it. Once it's done, well, like, that's only if you're testing one thumbnail and then wanting to change it. But if you do an ABC test and then it runs and then it's done and it's doing well, then your impressions, if they're still high enough, I would run another one if you still have more ideas that you really want to learn from. But I've also said that if you're really confident in an idea or two, you don't have to do ABC. You could just do AB, or you could just do A. Because I don't know this for sure, but this is all about watch time anyway. If you have a solid thumbnail, I don't know if it performs better than doing the ABC test, because what if one of those thumbnails is bad? Or what if one of them doesn't sell the video and its value? Then you actually hurt your video by doing an AB test. So I guess my point is, if you have something to learn, do one. But if it's good and it's solid and the impressions are starting to trickle down a little bit, then I would just let it go and move on to making a different video. Yeah. Question, do dislikes hurt or help a video? Was thinking any engagement is good, but not sure. I would say it depends. I don't think the dislikes do much anymore. Besides, like, the viewer, it lets YouTube know that the viewer doesn't want to see more of that style of content. I don't necessarily think that it affects your video very much. I think that dislikes, in the context when people dislike your video, that's what affects your video. It's because they don't stick through, or they don't watch, or they like unsubscribe or stuff. Like, that's the kind of stuff that hurts. The dislikes themselves, I've seen plenty of popular videos with a horrible dislike to dislike ratio, whatever. I don't think that they do very much anymore. Ratio. To reach watch time hours, I'm currently doing a series. Is that a good idea? It's very binge watchable. I guess it depends on what it is, but definitely when you're done with it, throw it in a playlist. Because, yeah, playlists really help the watch hours, especially because people can just, like, put it on and let it run. So, yeah, I think it's a good idea, but I've seen a lot of series that just, who cares, right? Like, I've seen some Let's Plays playing Call of Duty Part 1. It's like, cool, man. Like, why would I watch that? Like, what are you offering that makes this bingeable? That's the real important question. So, yeah, in essence, it's a great idea. It's just make sure that it's worth parting out and making it a series, because some people, yeah, what could be one video they turn into 10 and nobody watches any of them. Does changing the thumbnail remove the video No, it doesn't. It doesn't remove the video temporarily. I can change the thumbnail. Views plummet an hour or two. I switch back. Views plummet again. There are a couple reasons that could happen, but views plummet when your thumbnail doesn't represent your video. So, or if the thumbnail is not very good, right? So you had a thumbnail that was working and people were watching it, and you had a little bit of momentum, and then you switched the thumbnail, and then the views. Why'd you change it in the first place? Like, if it was already doing okay, it could be because you made it. Oh, you put out a worse thumbnail. That could help. That could happen. But it could also be the fact that your video just stopped getting impressions at that point. So, yeah, I don't know. I would have to see it personally, like the exact example. But yeah, you have the ABC testing now, so I would take advantage of that. Yep, you don't have to switch it on yourself. Closing the poll, sharing the results in the Discord challenge channel. Sweet. I'm kind of curious what the results are. So I guess we will just find out from there. Maybe. Okay, yeah. So it's not up yet, but yeah, pay attention to the Discord channel, and the results will be there, and I will be hanging out there for a little bit. Oh, there it is. The results. Wow, it was a three-way tie, but fraud. Lars ? Is the winner. We're celebrating Lars here. Bam. Where blah 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 blah. Bam. There he is. Good job. Nice play on current events. I love it. And I'm going to paint my walls with your thumbnail. Every wall will be this thumbnail. Actually, I have a corkboard. Anyway, thank you all for coming to the Wednesday thumbnail live stream review thingy-mabob, and I will see you next Wednesday with Claudia, and it will be awesome again. Okay? Okay. I guess that's it. Let's just do a couple... See ya.